Rangers easy okay, Keith says. Credit to Danny Rohl is due, Keith. I know you were a bit sceptical of him, but the results he's churned out with the worst Rangers squad in years has been remarkable. Back him in January and we have a chance, and your loyal Muppet demands, he says, admit the Rangers are title contenders now, guys.
Right, okay, two things. First, absolutely correct. Danny Rohl deserves all the credit. And I've written that in my column again tomorrow in terms of his ability to assess a situation. I think he got his team wrong, by the way, and I said that, and his tactics and his formation. I think he was having a stinker in the first 45 minutes, Danny Rohl, to be honest. But I think he's deserving of enormous credit is this ability to understand and react to situations in game. And he made the right change, and it might have been obvious, but he still had to do it. He tweaked the positioning of his players. He changed the press, the point of the press. He got them further up the pitch. He did everything, and he just, it was how he should have started the match, to be perfectly honest. But credit for accepting that, realising it, working it out, and fixing it. The second part of that is 100% he deserves credit for inheriting a group of players who are nowhere near title contenders. And I will reiterate that even now. This group of players that he's working with cannot win a title. And I think that Andy's point is absolutely correct, that if Rangers can get their work done well in the January transfer window, and I don't mean add to the squad, I mean give him three minimum, four probably, players that walk straight into the first 11 and make it better, then yes, Rangers have a real chance. But I've come back to it. Hearts have been the best side in the country this season for a reason. I expected Hearts to beat Rangers for the reason that I gave at the time, which was that they've just got a better quality of player all over the pitch and a more experienced manager. Now, Danny Rohl is I was sceptical, and I have to take my hat off to him, because I didn't think a man with so little managerial experience could come into a situation as dire as the one that Russell Martin had created and fix it. And he uses the phrase little steps, step by step. He is doing it, and all the credit in the world to him for that. I don't know where it goes from. I don't know where Danny Rohl goes from here. Maybe the Rangers fans will say, but if Derek McInnes and Hearts win the league this season, does Danny Rohl get another go at it? Because some people would say, well, that would be, hard to accept, that anybody but Celtic wins the league and it's not Rangers. Now, I think that Danny Rohl probably would get a second go if he came in the runners-up spot, simply because of how far off it Rangers were when he arrived at the club, and he probably would deserve that. But it's interesting, and that was the second point. The second point is say that, admit that Rangers are now credible title challengers. I can't, but they could be. But that will depend on a big increase in quality coming in through the front door in January. And you've seen what the Rangers recruitment has looked like previously. Does that change? Can they get their act together and give the manager some real talent to pick from? Because if they can do that, then yes, I would say that Rangers can look forward to the second part of this season, thinking they've got a chance, a real chance of having a roll around in the mud with Hearts. As things stand for Celtic, I think that Wilfred Nancy will stay. I don't know for how long, because eventually I think it will become obvious that it can't go on like this. But for the time being, I certainly think he will. For the time being, Celtic will press ahead with the signings that I think Wilfred Nancy has approved. So that then becomes fascinating. Can it change? I don't think so. And I do think at this minute in time, with the results, as Mick correctly said, this is a sort of run of results in the Premier League and Scotland's Premiership, which would get a Kilmarnock manager sacked. and just did.
Yeah.
So I think at this moment in time, I don't think it's ridiculous to be saying that, you know, Hibs, Motherwell, they need watching from Celtic's perspective, because
absolutely.
they're on an upward trajectory.